mountains over there. Hey guys, it's Grant, and I am a little bit under the weather today because I'm currently about, let's say, I don't know what time it is, but like 36 hours into a water fast. This is beautiful. Look at this. These flowers are incredible. They open up in the most interesting way, and they're just so voluptuous, so full and thick. They're huge. So I am basically just kind of going with my body right now. Just some silly things are happening and I'm like rolling along with them. But I made some hand squeezed lemonade. If that lifts your spirits, it sure does lift my spirits. So, I also gathered a few rose petals. Here's the rest of the lemon. And I have my book on fasting and also some of my stuff for later. Some dried prunes in this green little thing for later. Or rather figs. I like figs more. Prunes are good, but plums are better. Oh, look at this too. This is also so beautiful. It's such a wonderful expression of love and interconnectedness. So, I just want to say real quick, I want to get a sunbath, and I want to be barefoot, and I just want to be honest and open, and this fast has really gotten me to some really deep levels, really damn quick, and just taking every step so gratefully. It's just unbelievable how much emotion and memories are stored up in you and stored in these toxins and these wrong foods, these albumin and mucus forming foods that just really get deep into your body and don't come out unless you're able to fast and eat mucusless and cleansing foods. And it just, everything is starting to come out. Well, a lot of things are starting to come out. There's still so much more that's like so deep inside, and it's just like, it's ridiculous. Like, I feel like I'm just scratching the surface with my whole being, and like my masculinity and my strength and my flexibility and my endurance, and everything's just being tested, and everything is just like so much richer, yet like almost like right now it's like not as rich, because it's just very tricky to kind of interpret a lot of these things, and to really get... Sorry, there's some noisy women over there. So maybe it's not so difficult to interpret, but it's like, in the long run, like, what else do I have to detox and get out of me? And it's not just the physical, it's so emotional and so spiritual and communal, social, just all these things coming out. You wouldn't understand unless you do it, and it has to be taken at your own pace and your own length before it affects you too negatively, because toxins, they'll literally come out, go into your bloodstream, give you a panic attack, or give you those emotions that they gave you or hid from you when you had them so many years ago, and even before you were born. There's so many latent and hidden under the surface subconscious kind of things, and it's just like so many of those physical and mental and spiritual and all that, every dimension, every one of those things, it's just like so intense. I kind of want to go over here, and it's just like, it's so incredible. Like yesterday I felt so strong, even though I was 21 hours water fasting, and I pulled a PR on the one-arm hang, and I also did a lot of other stuff that, like, I've never done before. Well, maybe not a lot of other stuff, a few other things, but I could have topped it off even more. I could have gone even further, but as Arnold Ehret puts in his book, which you gotta read before you can critique, he talks about the different what was I gonna say? Wow. Woo. Arnold Ehret, he goes into I just lost my train of thought. It's alright. There's just like so many things to consider with the fast, and you gotta be careful. And I have lemon on my face, and that's okay. I'll remember later. This is your brain. Sometimes on a fast it's slow, but yesterday it was fast. Fast, fruit, free. That's kind of what I'm doing, and it's like a combination of the fruit and the fasting, and also vegetables. If you're diabetic, if you're a heavy meat eater, you have to be into the vegetables. So there's different ways to do it. But yeah, like, I feel like if I go deeper, reading in the Herbert Shelton book, he talks about people strong men accomplishing like crazy feats, and other like endurance athletes and everything, and people who were never athletes doing crazy awesome feats of strength and endurance that like they probably wouldn't have thought they could ever do. It's all like, seriously, like, it's not just mental, there's so many physical limitations before you can even start to talk about the mental. It's all tied together, and that's why Leo Tolstoy goes through like the first step and everything. And he's like, yeah, ethics of diet, yeah, we shouldn't be eating animals, and we gotta fast if we want to really purify ourselves and get to this deep level of pleasant strength, beauty, power, efficiency. Like, you can become breatharian off of this shit. Like, if you do it right, if you do it long enough, if you do it in a smart way. Shelton also, I think he has a quote, something like, yeah, any man can fast, but it takes a wise man to break the fast properly. And that's so true. Like, I'm being very careful with how long I'm gonna go. I wanna push through tomorrow to see how I go. And it's just like it's just so awesome. Like, I'm basically reaching into my natural being and my instinctive, most divine self. And anyone can do this. Anyone, just like he said, anyone can fast. You gotta be careful, but it's just like there's a whole new array of options for your health, for your vitality. Vitality equals the power, or the power of your machine, your human engine, minus all the obstructions. Hey, guess what? We have a lot of obstructions. Even fruitarians, even raw vegans, like, no matter who you are, you most likely have some, not just some, but many obstructions. Physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, communal, social. I think I just said social. Sorry if I did. But it's just like, it's awesome. You guys can do this too. And like, it just blows your mind and your body to such crazy levels. And I feel like I'm reaching this self that was always there. And everyone has that self. It's like I'm more sensitive and more strong at the same time. I'm like sensitive to the beauty at the same time as these toxins and everything is coming out of me. I'm sensitive to that, the pain that's been held up. And I'm also focused and aware on the strengthening of every part of my being. And it's like, I slept 2 hours last night, but I feel like I have the focus and the awareness. Maybe not the energy, but I have the space. I made the space. I have the time. I made the time. And these things are important to make. You have to make them. You are responsible to get yourself in order. Your whole body, every cell, you have to take care of. And it's just like everything out here, it's taking care of itself. It's preserving, it's creating, and it's destroying. Destroying what no longer serves it. And you have to feel these lessons. You have to feel this experience to really connect to those things I just said. And you can feel it in a lot of ways, but got 2 minutes. But you have to keep feeling it. You have to go deep, really deep. You can't stop. You can't say, oh, I'm just gonna like live off the land or whatever. If you want to really get to a next level and help people out, heal people, be a saint, be full of love, you have to keep going. You have to keep working on yourself and healing yourself until there's like, I guess, nothing really that significant left to heal. And we can take our breaks. I can break this fast and I can go on to do the work that I need to do, or go on a juice fast even and do more work while cleansing at the same time. And I kind of wanted to do this water fast because, like, I don't have money right now. And so I feel like this is the perfect thing, because like so many people around me have much less than I do, and people not even around me that I know I have to work for to serve, that have way less than even these people around me. So fill yourself with this desire, this passion, this faith to go deeper, because it pays off. It does. I'm telling you right now. If you saw me yesterday and you knew I was on a water fast for 21 hours, you'd be like, what the heck? But see me tomorrow. See me grow. See me shed these things that I don't need anymore. And I hope that really helps you guys. I'll make some more stuff as I get closer to the end. But really, new beginnings. So, I love you guys. Love, vision, and strength. Heal yourself, heal others. Just be love. Peace out. Praise you. Peace in the next life, buddy. Hello. Woo! Alright, I'm gonna break the fast. I feel kind of tired, but I was excited to get the food. So, here we go. Woo! Hey guys, I just wanted to make a super quick addition to my fasting for today, and I broke it around 42 or 43 hours, around 3:30. So it was a little bit less longer than I expected, but I was just like starting to really desire some bananas, which I had. And I probably didn't break it the best, because I ended up stuffing myself, and you don't want to really overeat after you eat for the first time in a bunch of hours. So I just got to be careful next time. I basically had 4 bananas with maple syrup and cinnamon, and they were organic, and then I had 4 bananas that weren't organic with maple syrup and cinnamon, and like I could barely like eat those non-organic bananas. They just tasted awful. It tasted like chemicals were in there, and probably are. So I had that, and then I also had a bunch of dried figs, and then I also had a bunch of dates, like a handful of dates, dried dates, and then I also had a whole thing of organic grapes. They're delicious grapes, but it's just like, that's a lot of food. And it really should have been in the opposite order, if anything, like probably the grapes, and then maybe the soaking the dates, or soaking the figs, or soaking prunes, or soaking raisins. That would be much better, because like, according to the Ehret book, where I am in my diet, and everything, my health, having eaten fruit for like a few months, mostly, it's best for me to eat some sweet fruits after that fast. But sweet fruits are probably like better if they're a little juicier sweet fruits. So that's probably the next best thing. other than like maybe, well, a less aggressive cleanse would be like vegetables. So it goes over the order and the different things, and there's a lot of considerations, so you got to really read it for yourself. But for me, that went pretty well. And then after that, I was really tired, and it was just, I took a nap, and then I went to do some stuff, and then I came back home, had a call some friends. It's kind of late. I really need to get back on my sleep cycle and not be up too late on my phone or these videos or whatever. I've been a little bit better about it, with reading instead of like the phone for the most part, and just feeling my body and like doing stuff with my body, trying to free it up. But yeah, one thing I am aiming for on my next fast is really to get into my like deep man, like my deep child, my deep masculine self, and unlocking that. And I feel like I went pretty deep with this, and just not so like typical macho masculine, but like really the balanced kind of man that I can be, having more of that masculine energy most of the time, but still having the balance of the feminine energy within, being gentle but strong. And this fast has really gotten me to be like stoic, to be, I don't need to tell anyone about it, like unless I want to go long and I have concerns about maybe some heavy metals or drugs coming out of my body into my bloodstream to go into my kidneys and to be cleansed. That's more of a difficulty. So that's why you got to read the books on fasting, read these case studies, read these many experiences and patients that these authors have had. The Arnold Ehret books, Professor Spira, who annotates on them, and then Herbert M. Shelton, and there's countless more, I'm sure. But really, fasting is such a necessary way to cleanse you. If you're not up for a longer fast, just start with a short fast, and you'll eventually realize the benefits, and you'll feel the benefits. But even just intermittent fasting or 24-hour fasts are like good, for almost anyone. I would start with the smaller ones, of course, but yeah. So that's it. I hope you guys have a great night, and I hope that helps. I feel a lot better. So we'll get into another fast and go deeper. Love you guys.